I treat a lot of people under 30, and this population has some interesting issues. Gambling. I think in psychiatrist's office, it's not something we address a lot, but the comorbidity, meaning the incidence of gambling and compulsive gambling that meets the diagnostic statistical manual for the criteria for gambling, it's about 10% of people under 30. Now, the comorbidity, the other illnesses that occur with compulsive gambling, attention deficit disorder, substance use disorder, anxiety disorder, depressive disorders, it's 3 times more common in men. So it's usually men under 30, and when you look at the numbers, it's about 5 million of them. 19% of this population attempt suicide. That's a lot of people. And it's a significant problem, and I see it commonly. And if you don't ask, they won't tell you. Because there's shame, secrecy, isolation. If someone's in gambling debt, they don't want to tell anyone that. I treat a lot, I'm right next to West Palm, and there are a lot of these traders from New York, and I don't know what you'd call them, finance guys. They're gamblers, a lot of them. And they have these coexisting problems. They come to see me for panic or depression or attention deficit disorder. Who wants Adderall? Who needs an antidepressant? But the gambling's a real issue. I don't want to talk about it because they're embarrassed. It gets in the way of treatment because a lot of them, it's bizarre. I asked one, came in last week, I said, well, where are you sleeping? And this guy's making over $500,000 a year. And he says, I'm sleeping on my friend's couch. And I'm like, okay, what's the reason you're doing that? And he says, well, I gambled away all my money and I'm hundreds of thousands in debt from gambling. And pretty much without leaving your apartment or home, you could gamble on anything. Through the internet, you don't need to go, you could go to Fort Lauderdale to the casinos, but around here, on the computer, you could gamble on virtually anything. So it's easy access. And these people who are gambling, wind up losing their home, getting in debt, getting in trouble, and the friends and family sort of cut them off because they burn them out very quickly. They're tough to treat too. Now, besides the fact they don't have a home, they can't pay, they alienate all their supportive people in their life. Nobody wants to give them money because just gamble it away. It's just a maladaptive pattern. Even trying to use antidepressants on them because they get this rush to say, I don't need antidepressants, I'll just go gamble and get that dopamine high, that rush. So it's a maladaptive coping skill, coping strategy, whatever you want to call it. They're tough to deal with. I would say that complicates things dramatically. If I just have attention deficit, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, I usually can deal with that problem. When you throw gambling on board, wow, it wipes out families, relationships, homes, accounts, credit, jobs right away.